Hey yo, what's up you guys? Um, obviously real quick by the title of this video, you know what the action figure is. Uh, I want to just say, I do realize that like my last few reviews, like I think like my last four have just been Star Wars. And I want to quickly explain that because I've been kind of feeling like, man, everything's just been Star Wars lately. And that's because whenever I've been going to the stores, they don't have anything for D- DC Multiverse or Marvel Legends. Heck, even some of the other lines I want to start, like the G.I. Joe Classified series, they haven't showed up. None of the characters I want have showed up. Because G.I. Joe Classified, the discussion there is that I'm only getting the characters that I want. I'm not getting the whole series. Because I'm already doing that with Marvel, and that's too much. But today, I am reviewing the Star Wars The Black Series at Archive Wave of the 50th anniversary of Luke's film, Imperial Hovertank Driver. So you got the kind of standard packaging, you got the archive, Imperial Hovertank Driver, you got a picture here. On the back, you got the same picture, and like it tells you where they come from. And so it says like right there, it comes from Rogue One. And it says on the back here, Imperial Hovertank Driver. Imperial combat drivers operate the Empire's arsenal of armored repulsor vehicles, relying on the thick skin of their vehicles to protect them in battle. Now, I want to explain something real quick. Why I never got this figure, for one. And that's because this was a Toys R Us exclusive originally. Now it's everywhere thanks to the archive line. But originally it was a Toys R Us exclusive. Now, I we don't have a Toys R Us where I live. We have one in a city that's like 3 hours away, but not here. So, and I think that one's actually closed now for obvious reasons because Toys R Us is gone. But and then when I get it, I actually do have like a comparison to make later. But yeah, so I never got him. And then the other one that they have for this line is the Shore Trooper. I never got him either. There's a story behind that, but that's kind of how I ended up getting the AT-ACT driver that I have on my shelf. But anyways, here's the Imperial Hovertank Trooper. So, if you have this figure, obviously it hasn't changed much, you know. But here's the weapon, which is just the. It's not. Is it the E11? Is this what this is called? I think this is called the E11. I'm not sure. I may be thinking of a different blaster. But he. But this gun is basically a standard stormtrooper rifle. So. That's just it. I guess it's the E11. I'm not sure. I'm sure you could correct me in the comments. But so here is the hover tank driver. I don't know if I actually have done an official review on my AT-ACT Pilot, but if I have, it's probably not the best because I don't have the packaging or anything. That was kind of before I really started reviewing. But yeah, so here he is, looking pretty uniform. Sculpt is nice. Paint's pretty good. The paint is pretty clean. I don't see a lot of like splotch marks or anything. Like even with the like the actual paint for the actual like armor. And then you got like the dirt everywhere. Not sure how well you can see the dirt because of the light, but it's there, even on the boots. But I've always liked this design. Like I loved Rogue One in general, but one of the reasons why I loved it so much was they had different troopers. We obviously were used to like different types of stormtroopers from like other series or games that were unfortunately made not canon anymore, but it was like, hey, we finally get to see some of these different types of troopers in live action. I hope to see more. And in fact, there is a scene in The Mandalorian. I can't remember which episode it is, but it's in season 2. It's the one with Bill Burr. And they had disguised themselves, and they basically had these Like this, the Skies had the same type of helmet, but like gray, and then they had like, if you know the Mud Trooper figure, it basically had that. So maybe we'll get that for like the Mandalorian wave. But so yeah, here's the blaster. I already told about the blaster. I don't know. It's been a while since I've done a review, or it feels like I have. Um, but yeah. So paint is pretty good. Um, but yeah. So real quick though, basically the Hovertank driver, the AT-ACT pilot, and the shore trooper, no matter what variation of shore trooper, because there's different variations, practically all had the same body. The shore troopers may have had added something different, like pouches or something, or for like, like the shore trooper had something. I can't remember what it was. There's a specific name for it, but it's basically like a cape that goes down from your hip. But I don't remember what it's called. Um, there's a specific name for it. Yesterday I just called it a hip cape. I don't know. I just don't remember things, I guess. But they practically all use the same body, and in fact, the AT-ACT is just a repaint of the Shore Trooper. Now, a lot of people have pointed out that but with the AT-ACT Trooper, if you took this head off and put it on that body, it would give you like the Commander version, but there's like a red symbol on like the chest that you would have to paint over. I'm not gonna do that because I just like how they are. You know, my army building is not gonna be much unless it just comes to the standard stormtrooper. But yeah, so let's get into articulation. So his head can move up that far, can move down that far, move side to side. Now a little bit of tilt. His shoulder goes into the socket, so it goes all the way out. Rotates 360. Single joint elbows that go up that far. He's got a swivel, and it hinges up and down on this side, and it hinges in and out on this side. He's got a diaphragm joint, which allows him to crunch that far forward. You get a little bit of gappage there if you go all the way forward. That far back, not much, honestly, because I think it rams into like this or something. But you can swivel, kind of, and you can tilt. His leg can kick out that far forward, that far back. Got an upper thigh swivel. Hold on. Double jointed knees. Although it kind of looks a little ugly, but I can't blame him for that. His ankle can move down, can move up, and he's got ankle pivot. So yeah, should I get the comparisons out? Make this video longer? No, I'm not going to because I'm lazy. Next video though. But yeah, so I will say, like, my biggest thing with like the Shore Trooper, like this isn't the Shore Trooper, but with the short when they announced like this wave of Rogue One troopers to be released, I was super happy because like I'd been wanting those troopers forever. They had, I think they re-released the Death Trooper. I'm pretty sure they didn't re-release the AT-ACT Trooper, but they released the Death Trooper, and they released obviously this guy and a standard version of the Shore Trooper. But I was kind of hoping they would re-release the Walmart exclusive Shore Trooper, Shore Trooper Captain, because I've always wanted that because they had like a different type of gun and stuff like that. But so yeah, and in case you're wondering, I mean, you did see him hold it in the beginning. I mean, I think the biggest problem, and this was just common, was that I don't know if it was for these specific troopers, but the trigger figure was always hard to get into like the trigger area. So I think it was because the gun was like too short, or like the stock was too short or something. I'm not sure. Maybe I'm tripping because it looks fine, but yeah. So he holds it pretty well. That up and down hinge is like really, otherwise, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, like, share, and subscribe. I hope that the next review is something other than Star Wars. The likelihood of that, though, is at this point very low. Because, yeah. Also, I do know that there is a Clone Wars wave, like a specific Clone Wars wave. I want to talk about this real quick, I guess. Where it's in the old style Star Wars, the Clone Wars packaging. Um, and they have Anakin Skywalker, Obi-Wan Kenobi, Echo, and Hawk. Now, I'm going to get that Anakin. I need an Anakin, and I've actually been wanting that specific Anakin for a long time. Can't get the Obi-Wan, already have an Obi-Wan. And then Echo, we know it's coming in the Bad Batch, but I may just get that version. I'm not sure. I'm kind of debating. And then co-pilot Hawk, his name, I may get. And I'm going to keep that packaging because it's an old style packaging. And I grew up watching that, so, kind of want to keep it for memory's sake. So, well, I hope you enjoyed this review. Like I said, like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.